All right, what's up, Alan? So my little dude started when he was 9. I've actually almost started a YouTube channel just so that no one talks about little kid stuff. And then they're like, oh, this is perfect for little kids. And then talk about a mini. A mini sucks for little kids. Why does a mini suck for little kids? A mini sucks because the front grip and the rear grip are too close together. It sucks whether you're tiny, it sucks whether you're old, right? Like ergonomics, just weight distribution. Sucks whenever I have to hold one thing with weight up here and weight back here in a barrel and I have to point it. It's not stable. No one ever in the military ever holds any sort of gun like this, right? That is shoulder. Now it's one thing, that's why 2 hands together, you go forward and you brace with a pistol, right? You're trying to brace as much as you can, but that is only one singular bit of weight. So like for kids, mini's terrible. That design is just terrible. The gun actually shoots decent. It's just the ergonomics are not good for a little guy, right? What they need is they need small diameter grips that they can actually grab and hold on to, right? And then they need lightweight. The best thing that we found was a shocker amp. Hands down, shocker amp. That front grip is, and dude, you can get them so cheap. That front grip is so like tiny that they make like Exalt, and a bunch of people make ones that are fatter just because most people that aren't kids. It's the lightest of all the modern guns that I've weighed. It's pretty simple to turn on and off. If you're buying one, I would be very diligent in getting it from like somebody like Wildcat, like Bennett Wildcat, somewhere where they're gonna like, honestly, don't buy one from Masons. Don't buy a brand new one. Or buy it from someone that you can see the gun and shoot it beforehand, or you're gonna get like a good shooting video. You want them to turn it on. You wanna see the eyes work, everything works. Probably had about 10 pass through here, and we had one that my son shot, put 60,000 shots on, and we didn't have a single issue with. And probably out of the 10, that's only been the case for maybe 2. About 4 had like decent issues at some point, and then a couple just had like a minor issue, and they're a little bit harder to figure out, to like troubleshoot whenever stuff does go wrong compared to a Planet gun. Like that Twister Ether 3 is absolutely phenomenal. That front grip's going to be a little bit fat for him, just as a heads up. I would say, so that is like the best, hands down. The second best is going to be a 180R. The 180R right there. You can't even really see it. It's in pieces. It's a blood splatter infamous diamond skull. But here's the grips on a 180R. 180R has a very small front grip, right? It is bigger than the amp, but it still is a small front grip. The rear grip compared to a 170R is smaller, which is phenomenal for them. And yeah, dude, this is honestly kind of the way that I would go. It's better, way better than a mini. It is a hair heavier than a shocker amp, but it's going to be super reliable, and the grip is spaced far enough apart. They won't outgrow it. And a 180R, the performance, dude, he's never going to need to upgrade, right? Which is awesome. Comes with a good barrel. Just Planet, such good, so good. And dude, you can find stock ones of these now for like a black one for like $600. That's great. The mech frame form is good. Let's see. So hoppers, yeah. So that's right. Sorry, it's been a crazy couple days. We had graduation Friday, and like I work in the church, and so I have 11th and 12th grade boys, and we had a ton of kids graduate, and then we had graduation, and then parties, and then yesterday was paintball, and then graduation parties, and today was church, then paintball, then more graduation parties. Yeah, let's see, where am I at? Did I already box up the Sonic? What did I do with the Sonic? I don't know, it's somewhere right here. Huh. I don't know. It's somewhere in here. I got paintball crap everywhere, dude. Everywhere. Oh, it's in my gear bag. Hang on. That's where it is. I don't know why. There we go. Okay. So super lightweight, great, because that will keep the weight up high, right? Also, whenever you're instructing him, make sure, I don't have an ETHA here, but make sure, right, to try and get him to go thumb over top. What we're looking to do is we're looking to just all the things that help my son. Whenever I got him to try and do that, it just shifted his hand as high up as you can, getting his hand as close to that weight up there. And that just makes it much easier for them to move it around. Peanut tank, phenomenal. That'll be great. Reg for the peanut tank, HK Alpha, so I'm guessing it's a HK reg. That's fine. At one point, when my son, the peanut tank didn't have enough air, and so I don't know what that was. Okay, didn't have enough air. So what we had to go to was the HK Alpha 68. This is my son's gun now. Now he's 12, about to be 13, and so he's finally into big boy stuff, which is awesome. So he shoots the CS3 now, just a little bit heavier, just a little bit bigger, not much. But he still rocks the Alpha 68. It's the shortest of all the 68 tanks, a little bit fatter, right? But it's short. And then now, probably about 6 months ago, we finally got out of the short reg. First Strike, the First Strike Hero is a really short reg. It's also really lightweight. And so with the little dude, the more ounces you can save, the better. But yeah, and so it's short, it's rotational. It does ping, but he doesn't care. And so yeah, so that's a reg that, you know, if the time comes you need to upgrade to the 68, HK 68, then make sure it's the Alpha 68. The Alpha 68, I believe, is the same weight as the Alpha Peanut, which is crazy. These Alpha 68s are nuts. Then you could always get that little bit shorter reg, also save some weight there, and yeah, and make it easier on him. Barrel, I can go through and weigh some barrels for you, but honestly, I mean, an ETHA 3 is going to come with a shaft 5. Shaft 5s are great. I mean, you could do an S63, but I think by the time, honestly, by the time you throw, you know, by the time you throw an insert in it, maybe one of the full carbon fiber barrels might do you good, if you wanted to pick one of those up. But barrel, we never really had a problem with barrels. Let's see, so that's gun, tank, mask. Oh, mask. That was the other thing I want to talk about. All right, so mask. Hands down, best thing to get it. Hands down. No one, and I'm not even a JT guy, but no one can convince me that this is not the greatest mask for anybody under the age of 15 ever made. Hands down, right? Flex 8, full coverage. You can see the breathability. I live in South Carolina, in Charleston, South Carolina. It is 90% humidity and 100 degrees here the whole summer. And my son goes out in this, still rocks a headband, so that way sweat doesn't get in his eyes. But like, you can put lenses in them. You could customize the frame if you wanted to, but we did a strap for him. You can see the strap right in there, right? The biggest thing is then all of a sudden with the chin strap, now as a dad, I'm not worried about him at all. No one's going up to a kid and just like overshooting a kid. That doesn't happen. So I'm not worried about that. But as a parent, there's no scenario where he's going to end up playing, being little, and that mask is going to come down like this, and he's going to freak out, and his eyes are exposed, right? Because his head physically will just hit the top. So I don't have to worry about that. Add in the chin strap. You secure the chin strap, make sure it's nice and tight. It can't fly off, it can't come down. As a parent, dude, I'm golden. For your little dude, the big thing is now all of a sudden we're not getting shot here, or here. That's huge. It will still rattle them. right? I mean, they take a couple, like, or they do get bunkered, like, in a single shot on top of the head. I mean, my guy came off crying a couple times because, like, it just scares the crap out of you. Like, a grown adult just charged you and double tapped you on the top of the head, you know. But yeah, hands down, I mean, I have 2 of them. I love these things for the little guys, like, yeah. And so this is his. He is just now, he still wears this quite a lot. He is just now getting into other masks, where he actually is okay getting shot on the top of the head now. You know, he's rocking a carbon now, but dude, hands down, get him that. He's safe, gives him confidence as well. That's the big thing. Like, him not, it just makes them feel safer. And so, yeah. I've yet to steer somebody into the JT full coverage and that be a bad decision. Like, they're like, oh, it really didn't work for us. Like, not once, ever. They're not that bad, like $100. And like I said, you can customize the strap, the lens, whatever. Packs. So packs were, man, we spent a whole World Cup, like a whole day at World Cup, going through every vendor trying to find packs that would fit. Their waist is just so small. Like, you go, like, carbon. I love carbon, but the carbon pack that's like small, theirs are like size, and the small is still too big. It comes down to the back panel, and then how the straps are set up. This one, right? This GI one, we had a lot of success with this one. I don't think they make this anymore. If you end up wanting this one, let me know. But it's a 3, so really you're looking for anything that's a 3 because the back panel becomes shorter. So there's the back panel, right? And then good straps. The other ones that we found that we really liked. Is that it? That's it. This HK, we really liked this HK. It's a 3 as well, so you can see that back panel. This one is a little bit bigger though. Really, you're just looking at that back panel. You want that back panel as short width-wise as you can get. When the time comes later on, this one, it's got a little bit bigger. It's, you know, it is heavier. It's quite a bit heavier than the GI one. But yeah, that one was good. And then the for a strapped pack, the one that we really liked, we got rid of it, but that was what he rocked for 2.5 years. The HK Hostel, HSTL Hostel pack. You have to get the 3. It's strapped, and I believe it's only like $45 brand new. But it is strapped. But if you get that and you get GXG pods, because GXG pods are smooth. There you go. Yeah, GXG pods are nice and smooth. They slide up and down, easy for him to pull out. It's very simple, lightweight, and as long as you get the 3, I completely forgot. I bought a 4 because his 3 was getting so raggedy, and the 4 was a little bit too big, and so I ended up selling the 4. We just bought him a new 3. I mean, dude, he used that pack every other weekend or every weekend for 2.5 years. You know, I mean, he wore the Velcro down on it. We ended up just giving it away at one point. But yeah, man. So that would be a lot of. Oh, okay. Let's see. So pants. Finding pants. If you go get like the HK youth pants that are like the paintball material, dude, we ended up having to go get suspenders from Tractor Supply. That was not a great idea, or that wasn't great. What we found, there was a company, Gunfighter Sports, I believe is what it's called. They make youth joggers. Phenomenal. They actually have a jogger cuff on the bottom. The best that we have found is what he's wearing now. Let me grab him. The best that we found is what he wears now, which is the Kinetic. The problem with the Kinetic is they're $160 for the like for pants. And like honestly, with our kids, they grow so fast. Like I'm not spending $160. Like he's not playing tournaments. He did play World Cup in the youth league, but like still, I'm not spending $160 on pants. Those I got for like $80 used. They're phenomenal. They wouldn't have fit him a little bit ago, but the Gunfighter Sports, they're like $40 with like $10 ship. They're like $50 total if I remember right. They fit him great. Get some little volleyball knee pads, and honestly, that's the way to go. Is the little volleyball knee pads and the Gunfighter Sports joggers, $50. That will do him phenomenal. Jersey, I want to say we had one of the HK Youth ones, and that's what he rocked for years, and that did him great. He's got now quite a few that are his jerseys with his name on it from teams he'll pod run for us and stuff like that. All right, I'm trying to think of anything else. Let's see, mask, pack. Yeah, if you end up wanting this, let me know. But if you want strapped, I would definitely buy that HK one new. Mask, pack, pants, jersey, pads. The carbon sliders are really good, and they have I believe they have a youth size. They're just like $120 brand new, for these. Now my guy is not as little, the carbon sliders. These are absolutely phenomenal. I've worn them for 2 years or 3 years now. My son's been wearing them for about 6 months. He's finally big enough to wear like a size medium, and I'm like, okay, he'll be in medium for a while. They're just a hair big on him, but he'll be in medium for a while that I can actually put the money in. 2 years down the road, he should still be wearing these. Trying to think if there's anything else. Gun, tank, hopper. Yeah. All right, dude. Any other questions you got for little guy? Dude, I love helping out with little guys. So, all right. See you, man.